and welcome to your total body workout with heavier weights. So today we will be challenging our muscles with a little bit lower repetition but heavier weight. So this is where I encourage you to really challenge yourself with the heaviest weights you have available to you. Ideally, you want it to be something that will challenge you to finish about 8 repetitions. Once we get more repetitions than that, it turns into more of an endurance, hypertrophy work for the muscles. When we keep the reps between about 4 to 8, we're focusing more on strength and a bit on hypertrophy. So we're really wanting to have that be the focus for this session today. That being said, I'm going to be using a little bit lighter than I normally would as I'm demoing and I'm having a shoulder injury that I want to make sure that I'm safe, because when I'm teaching, I oftentimes just neglect to be super thoughtful about how I'm engaging the muscles. So mine are 10 pounds, but normally I would be using about 20 pounds at the gym for most of these movements. So again, everyone's unique. You want to make sure that for you, it's going to be a challenging rate to get to those about 8 repetitions and be hard to finish the last 1 or 2. Especially after the first round. Maybe the first round you're fine, but then the second and third round you're going to be maybe struggling a little bit. So that's what we want you to be. You want to have to rest. You want to have to be working really hard on this workout, on the strength component of it. We won't be getting super sweaty or breathless. It'll be much more about focused on heavy and feeling that burn in the muscles. So today we're going to be doing 3 exercises for 3 rounds, 2 times. So 2 different groups of 3 exercises. And we're going to be doing that for around 20 minutes. I haven't exactly timed this out, so we'll be going for around 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And I encourage you to stick between about 6 to maximum of 10 reps. So if you're following with me and you can go a little bit faster, you can get a couple more in, totally fine. Or if you can't quite get to 8 or 10, totally fine. Just try and get to about 6. So the range is 6 to 10 repetitions for each movement. And I'll be walking you through it and telling you all about it as we do it. Your mantra for today is to clear your mind of can't. So as we start to lift heavier weights, it can be tempting to think, oh, I can't do that. Oh, my arms aren't that strong. I'm not able to lift more than 10 pounds or 15-pound dumbbells, whatever your mental block is. So we're clearing our mind of that, intentionally saying, you know what, I'm not going to focus on the no's, I'm going to focus on the impossibles. I'm going to focus on what I can do. So maybe you modify a little bit, right? Maybe you do 6 instead of 8. Maybe you go a little bit lower on the weight in order to get to those 8 repetitions. You focus on what you can do, right? So when we can embrace what we can, embrace yes, then the impossible becomes I'm possible. I know it's kind of cheesy, but if you use the letters in impossible, it spells I'm possible. So right, that realm of possibility, and there's no can'ts. You just do what you can and focus on that. Let's jump into it. All right, we're going to pick up our heavy weights. We're going to be doing a 2-second hold forward lunge. So you're going to have the weights at your side. Make sure your shoulders are rolled back and down. And we're going to be holding that lunge for just a little bit longer than we normally would to keep getting to that burn. So you're going to step forward, 90-degree angle with the knees, and hold for 1, 2, step back, lunge forward, 1, 2, and back. So we're going for 16 total, 8 each side. So make sure you count out that 1, 2 each time, because it can be tempting to just kind of want to pop right back up, especially as we get a little higher in the repetitions. You'd be like, oh, you just want to not hold that little burn for a bit longer. Okay, halfway through the reps, that's 8, 9, and start to get those weights feeling a little bit heavier, faster. So sometimes if you're working at home, you don't always have a huge range of dumbbell options. Holding it, doing holds, isometric holds, pulsing holds. We're going to do some of that in the workout today. Helps those maybe moderate weights that you have start to feel heavier faster. Okay, this is our last one. We're going to come on down. So bring the weights with you for a glute bridge as we do chest press. So you're going to come into a glute bridge, holding the hips up, squeezing the glutes here. Turn the elbows out, palms face towards your feet, and you're going to do 1 full rep, pressing up, come all the way down, and then half. So these are going to be 1.5 reps. So all the way up, down, pulse up. That's 2. All the way up, down, halfway, that's 3. Up,
down, halfway, 4, all the way up, press up, all the way down, halfway, that's 5. Got 3 more. That little extra half a repetition, that pulse starts again, make those weights feel a little bit heavier, faster, and get into more of that burning sensation, which will create some muscle change. All right, release. So we're gonna come on up. We're gonna use that half rep cycle again for the last movement. We're gonna be doing 1.5 rep squat to 1.5 rep overhead press. Bring the weights to your shoulders. So what that looks like, you're usually gonna go all the way down, halfway up, back down, stand, all the way press, back down, halfway, and then you're gonna squat again. So that's 1 rep. So all the way down, halfway, back down, stand, all the way press, back down, halfway, and that's 2. Down, halfway, down, stand, press, halfway, and that's 3. So it's kind of like a little bob, right? You kind of get into a rhythm with it. This is 5. Sit back. 6. Hinge back. And 7. And 8. Okay, that's 1 round down. We got 2 more of that same cycle of things. So we're gonna do our 1 or 2 second holds. So you're gonna lunge forward, hold 1, 2, step back, hold forward, 1, 2, step back. Good. Going for about 8 each side, or 16 if you're counting each one. Good. 1, 2, 5. You gotta make sure I don't cheat. That's 6. Good. 7. 8. Halfway. Okay, so make sure that back knee is going straight down so that the front knee doesn't lean too far forward. We want to stack it over the ankle. So part of that is the distance that you step far enough forward, and also a lot of it comes down to how much the back knee bends. Good. We got 2 more, right and left. I think I just cheated on that last one though. Good. And release. Awesome. We're going to do the glute bridge with the chest press. Come on down. Option to make it a little more challenging on the glute bridge. You can take your left foot, cross it over the right, and do a single leg bridge left. Here we go. Press up all the way, back down, halfway. That's 1. All the way up, down, halfway, 2. Yeah, that's 5. Keep pressing the glutes up. Whew. 7. And 8. I'm still getting kind of breathless though, are you? Lifting weights, even if you're not jumping around or going super fast, if you're using heavy weights and moving moderately fast, you're going to get the heart rate up. Okay, rock the weights to the shoulders. You're going to sit back all the way down, halfway, sit back, stand, press all the way up, down, halfway back, and then back down. That's 1. And that's 2. 1.5 on the squat, 1.5 on the overhead press. 3. Anytime you can get that little extra burn, helps to change those muscles. Good. I think we got 2 more. There's always, usually one, at least once in the videos, I miscount. So I apologize if that's no. Whew. I try to never cheat though. Try to make sure we go a little bit more than just cut it short. Okay, grab a sip of water if you need it anytime. We got 1 more round. So even though I'm kind of, getting a little bit breathless, I'm not super breathless. I can still have like sentences in my conversation. So when we're doing strength work, usually there's a little bit longer rest in between and you don't get super breathless. It's more steady work, slow and steady.
Okay, lunge with a hold. So you're gonna hold, 1, 2, step back. 1, 2, and back. Really focus on keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips, shoulders drawn back without the ribs popping forward. You want to keep the ribs knit in by controlling the core. Oh goodness, I think I'm losing track. This is 8. Hold. Good. Working on the balance too. With core, those weights can throw you off a little bit. Awesome. Got last one each side. So if you need to take rest, please do so. You should be needing to hopefully rest by the end of these sets. And if I was using heavier weights, like I would at the gym, I would be probably needing to rest a lot more. Just so I feel kind of bad that I'm not using the heaviest weights I could, but I really need to be careful of protecting my shoulder. All right, so we're gonna cross the right foot over the left knee this time. If you wanna challenge yourself with that one leg bridge again, press up. Try and keep both hips level as you press the arms. 1.5. That's 2. Keep the core engaged. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome. All right, we're done with that first round. We are going to jump into the next set of 3 exercises in a moment. We're going to grab some water, take about 30 seconds to reset, and we're going to go again in a second. Whew. So if you're using those really heavy weights and you're starting to feel it, remember, our mindset matters. So if you're starting to feel like you can't, maybe you can modify, right? Focus on what you can do. Maybe you can just cut it down to 6 repetitions and still do really quality good form and focus on building your strength from there. So really eliminate impossible and can't from your vocabulary. All right, my friend, we have the next set. First movement, we're gonna do a fun little combo where I'm gonna show you from the front first for the 1 rep, and then I'm gonna show you from the side because I'm probably cutting off my head here. So you're gonna have the arms by your sides with the weights. You're gonna step, we'll start on the right foot. You step to the right, you're gonna have the weights slightly in front of you, because as you squat, you're gonna bring them in front of you, sort of almost like a row position. So you wanna keep the shoulders drawn back. You don't wanna arch forward and roll forward. So step out, you're gonna come back to center with the feet together. As you do that, you're gonna step back into a lunge and curl. So what it looks like together is like this. So it's all one fluid movement. Okay, that was 2. We're gonna keep going. You're gonna step out to the right, weights in between the legs. As you come back, you're gonna reverse lunge, curl. Step to the right, squat, step back, curl. That's 4. Squat, step back, curl. Hammerhead curl. So challenge those biceps. Good. 5, 6. Again, engage the lats, the rhomboids, and the mid-back to keep a nice long spine. And switch sides. So doing that on the other side. So I'm going to go to the side of my mat, step to the left, side squat. As you step back, lunge and curl. Step, reverse lunge and curl. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. Feeling that in my biceps for sure. Okay, nice work. We're gonna do plank rows. To get the shoulders stabilized really well, I'm gonna show you first. I think it's nice to start with this before you go into the plank rows.
is to come into plank, put the hands a little closer together, and work on some shoulder taps. And this has helped to engage the stabilizing muscles around the shoulder. So press into the floor, round through the upper back, keep the hips stable and tap each side. We're gonna do 10 here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, knees down for a second. Grab your weights now. We're gonna do rows. So you're gonna do a row on each side, come onto those toes, and row up. Big squeeze, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going for 16 total, which will be 8 each side. Halfway. Nice and controlled with these. And finish. Nice work. Okay, we're gonna just need one weight for the last exercise in this cycle. So we're gonna bring the weight, hold the ends of it. We're gonna do halos, which by themselves are rotation around the head. So we're gonna add onto that though to work into the abs a bit more. So you're gonna have my right foot out, and what we're gonna do is you're gonna end the halo with a knee crunch, and then bring it back around. So that's 1, crunch, 2, 3, 4, 5, working the core and the shoulders, 7, 8. Okay, other side, left foot out. So this time we're gonna finish with it coming around from the right to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might notice I'm really using my exhale as I bring the knee up, and that really helps to activate the deep transverse abdominal muscles. When you can coordinate the ab work with the breath, it'll deepen it a lot more. All right, we're gonna go back to the beginning. Side step squat to reverse lunge and curl. We're gonna start with the right leg first. You're gonna step out, squat, step back, curl, out, squat, back, curl. Going for 8. Are you doing your best? Going into 6, maybe going max of 10. Got 2 more to get to 8. This is 7. And last one for me, going to 8. All right, other side. Left foot out, squat, step it back, and curl. If you really want to change your muscles, if you want that defined muscle tone, as a lot of people call it, which just means muscle definition without a lot of fat over it, you really have to lift challenging weights for you. And what that means is that at the beginning, that might mean body weight. If you're really just starting out and you need to stay safe, body weight is a great place to start. And then you add weights, and then you go up on the weight. As long as you continue to challenge yourself, you will see change. You will see progress in terms of your strength, endurance, and physique. Okay, we're gonna start with those shoulder taps again, just to set the shoulders, help keep that alignment and engagement of those smaller muscles that stabilize. 3, going for 10. All right, don't skip those. And grab those weights. Go for 16 if you can, total. Okay. Engaging the mid-back posture muscles, so important. Halfway. Keep the hips Hips lifted and stable. I think this is our last one. We're gonna go for 2 more though. I think I might have skipped. All right, lots of core work on that one as well. Okay, keep one weight, leave the other one. We're gonna do halos. So this time we're gonna bring it around from the left to the right knee. 2. Exhale sharply. A little bit of a crunch as you come down. All right, other side. Left foot out. This time it's going to come around from the right to the left. I always have to kind of practice it once to make sure I'm going the right direction. And finish. All right, got one more round. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water, and then we're going into the side step to lunge combo. I think we're going to be right at 20 minutes. All right, awesome. Okay, let's get it. We're going to grab those weights, starting the right foot out. Squat, step it back, lunge and curl. Nice long spine. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep the gaze forward. I'm staring at one focus point to help me with my balance. We're at 6. We're going for 2 more to get to 8 if we're going there. 1 more for me. And switch sides. How you doing? You can do this. Yes, you can. Rid your mind of can't. And think of what is possible. What you can do. Step into the realm of possibility. With strength training, it's a great way to build our resilience. All right, 2 more. Getting that mental strength, mental fortitude, doing hard things. Okay, done with those. All right, plank rows. I'm gonna do those shoulder stabilizing exercise with the shoulder taps first. Set up. So for this one, my hands are closer together. Just to give you an idea, it's almost like a triangle, a little bit apart. And then from there, keep the hips stable. My belly is drawn in, neutral pelvis, and tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, grab those weights. Going for 16 rows if you can. Halfway. All right, we got one more exercise and we're done. Okay, right foot to the side. Exhale sharply. Engage that core. One more. Awesome. Other side. Two more. And we're done. Nice job. Great job. You did it. You are amazing. Awesome work, my friend. Way to stick with it. Way to remind yourself what you can do and challenging that realm of possibility. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. Don't forget your cool down. At least make sure you walk slowly for 5 minutes. Maybe get out for more if you can. And I've got sweat dripping down me, so definitely turn on the heat. Heavy, burning, a little bit of breathlessness.
But we'll hit that up with more quick work and a hit. That'll really focus on the breathlessness. All right, that's enough for today. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.